Hello, folks. We are looking at Kuya Silver. I'm still not sure how to pronounce that company's name in the daily time frame, and obviously we have a breakout in progress. The breakout occurred yesterday and appears to be continuing today. And so we just take a quick look. Obviously, we had this sideways bumping action for, what is that, three, 4 trading weeks there. Um, we got price trying to break out, but then got pushed back, and I'd suggest that was a fake out. That somebody with enough market power to move the stock did exactly that. They flushed out the weak hands, bought their shares, and then reversed the price, ran it back up. So, but anyway, that's just market games. But clearly, we have strong breakout in progress. Um, when we have a breakout, we want to see follow through on volume. We want to see that investors are truly buying the breakout, that it's not just a fake higher. And so we do have that surge in volume yesterday. Today's volume yet to be determined. MACD gave us a new buy signal on this breakout. And interesting in MACD, you can see we got to a very overbought level back here in mid-November, and now price has worked off, based on MACD, price has worked off that overbought level and perhaps is ready for another up leg. Um, Based on stochastics, we've got momentum, energy is high. Yeah. Oh, and then for price target, obviously Andrew's pitchfork terms, our next price target is the upper median line. We can, not uncommon to see some kind of price reaction at round numbers, and so $3 is our next round number, and coincidentally, it could be price bumps $3 and the upper median line about the same time. Um, and when that occurs, if it does, we'll get our next sense of strength in the stock. Uh, does price need to pull back at that point? Is it able to power straight through? So anyway, this will be our next opportunity to get some insight into what this stock wants to do going forward. So there's the stock. Um, the higher time frames, weekly and monthly, um, Kuya hasn't been trading very long, and so there's not a lot of data to look at in the higher time frames. So we won't do that. This is the corporate presentation. So on the Canadian markets, there's the symbol. U.S. markets, OTC, there's the symbol. Let's see, there's a couple of slides in here. This is a good presentation. I suggest go look at their corporate presentation. So what they're showing in this slide is that when we as investors want to get exposure to silver miners, we don't have a lot of choices. And so Kuya is one of our few choices. And I suggest that it's a good one. Let's see, slide 11. So this is where they are in central Peru. A couple of things here, just kind of history. So this Bethania mine opened back in '77. They discovered two high-grade veins and have basically been mining those two veins for the last 40 years on a small scale. Basically, it's a privately owned mine. family owned there for a period of time, and looks like the family was just they were producing as much money as they wanted to produce and didn't really care about doing anything more than that. Historically, about 400,000 ounces of silver equivalent. Um, so that's a little bit of history. Um, and in this part of the model for this mine as a private operation is that they were mining the high grade silver and then trucking it to a mill. And so part of the development plan for this mine that's is a milling facility, a processing facility on site. And so they'll eliminate the cost of trucking. And so it should make a big difference in the company's bottom line going forward. And David Stein, the company's president, is maintaining that they are funded. They already have funds in hand to create their processing plant. That there won't be a big dilution or another round of fundraising in order to build the processing plant. So one of the interesting things about this particular mineral resource is that because they discovered high-grade silver, they were satisfied mining those high-grade veins and didn't really explore the rest of the property. And so basically unexplored property. And another interesting point about the property, similar mineral resources in Peru are mined to a depth of as much as a kilometer. And so far, Kuya, the Bethania mine, has only been mined down to about 120 meters. And so we've got quite a lot of potential for finding additional resources on the existing property. And of course, Kuya has plans to acquire new properties as they become available. Because this mine was privately owned, the family, there was no need for them to expend the money and effort to obtain a 43-101 compliant estimate, and so that has yet to occur. The current company management is working on that. And it should be completed in early 2021. So on the personnel front, a couple of interesting things here. So David Stein, president and CEO, he owns almost 30% of the company's shares, which talk about being invested in the company's success. Unusual for a principal, a president, CEO, to maintain that high ownership of the corporation, but that's what he's doing. Motivated guy there. And then of course they got Dr. Quinton Hennigh. As I have pointed out several times, if there's minerals to be found, Dr. Hennigh is going to find them. And that is what I have to say about Kuya. We can see the breakout continues, getting a little bit peaky there. Still early we're only 30 minutes into today's trading session, so still early. Have a fantastic day, folks. See ya.